We're going to try take two on this Chuck and Nancy meeting with President Trump.
Yeah, this was the meeting that was supposed to happen last week, but the Democrats bailed on it after the president tweeted suggesting he didn't see a deal was possible to come together on funding the government and avoiding a shutdown. So they canceled last week, and everybody was pointing the finger about politics and who was playing politics. So they're trying again today. It's really notable to me, who's covered a lot of these urgent deadlines, Congress back up against the wall with a funding deadline looming. There isn't a really big sense of urgency right now in Washington. Now, it could be because there's a lot of stuff going on in Washington, especially up on Capitol Hill. But there's also a confidence from Republican leaders that they're going to get this done by tomorrow. What are they going to get done, though? A short-term deal. 2 weeks, fund the government through December 22nd, which means the big controversial things about spending limits and mandatory cuts, things like that, they're going to have to be dealt with over the next 2 weeks. And they're looking at a Christmas deadline then. Everybody wants to get out of town. Nobody wants to be here debating this after the 22nd.
I think it was you who told us earlier in the week that there were some Republicans who wanted to push it back so they weren't butted up against Christmas.
Yeah, they lost that one. There were some conservatives in the House who were trying to get it through the 30th or even longer. They did not win that one. So the bill, as it stands on the table of what they're going to vote on today, is a 2-week extension till the 22nd, which just means, they got to hammer it out again. And they're also looking at trying to get this tax bill to the president in that same amount of time. So a lot of things in the air, but people are feeling good that tomorrow won't be this big urgent panic in Washington.
As for the tax bill, Karen Travers, is there some trouble on the horizon with that?
They're still chugging along. The president is calling it the mixer because, the Senate and the House will come together, and they're still working out these differences. I think the, status quo of where things stand right now, no major hiccups, but there isn't anything that they can say, we're sending it to the president tomorrow. They still got some work to do.
Karen Travers, also, while we have you, there's been a lot of talk, speculation, late-night comedy, making fun of Donald Trump's slurring of his words the last couple of days. The White House saying anything about that?
They did not want to comment on this yesterday. We asked and did not get an on-the-record response. Certainly a lot of chatter on social media as it was happening yesterday, that final minute or so of the president's remarks. A lot of people saying it reminded them of a couple weeks ago when the president was giving that speech after his Asia trip, and he stopped twice to have a sip of water from the water bottle that was under the podium, which of course made everybody think of Marco Rubio doing that a couple years ago. So nothing from the White House on this, but certainly a lot of chatter online.
All right, Karen Travers, never a dull moment. Get back to work and we'll check